Good morning, student. So today, as we will going to see that the Python Panda programming, in a Python Panda programming, data visualization with a matplot and the data frame that we will going to construct. So here we are doing at this moment we are doing the work of the graph, and in this data visualization the graph that we are constructing, that we are making, we find it that what is the particular pattern of graph that is there. Okay, so let us see what are the graph there we have today, and what are the things that is the program do we have. So see this particular program. In this particular program, what we are creating here the graph, and this particular graph what we have marked it that it is a particular plotted a scattered graph. Okay, based on the height and width only, but we have marked it with the color. So see what the thing has been done. First and foremost, we have imported here the matplotlib. Matplotlib dot pyplot has been matplotlib has been imported here, and under the matplotlib what we find that pyplot as plt. So we find it this particular pyplot is been imported here as plt, and as we are importing this pyplot as plt, we can find here that there are the different pattern of structures what is there, and we are constructing this particular structures, and we are working with this particular structures. Okay, so as we find it that this is the different pattern of the structures is there, and in this particular structures we will going to have the different type of the data that we are constructing and that we are making. So all these different pattern of the data that we find that we are going to implement it here, the way that we are implementing here using the matplot. Okay, using the matplotlib and pyplot. So matplotlib and pyplot that we are making it, and as we are making this particular structure, as you find this particular structures, we are having the particular format, and we are making this particular format of the structures. So since we find it that as we are constructing these structures, as we are making this particular pattern of the structures, so this particular pattern of the structures that we are constructing and that we are making, we are constructing in this phenomenon, or in this particular area that where we do have the particular pattern, and where we are working on this particular pattern. Okay, so as we are working on this particular pattern, what we do, we are calling here the matplotlib. So since we have called here the matplotlib, then we have imported here a pyplot, and as we find it, this particular pyplot has been imported here as plt. Okay, plt is plotting. PLT means plotting. That means pyplot has been called here as a short name of what we can say the plotting. Now here you can see that we have given the two different range of datas. One is an weight. There are the different weight is there, and there are the different height is there. So this is the weight and height what we have. This is the weight and height that we can find it. That will going to implement, and that will going to make the particular form or particular pattern in such a way or in such a format that we will having this particular structures, or we are constructing this particular structures, isn't it? So these the particular structures that we are constructing here, that we are making it here, that each and every structures or each and every format of this particular data that we are working with it, and we are finding it, that will going to make the structures, and that will going to work on the particular pattern of the structures that we are constructing it. Okay, so as we find it that the thing has been constructed in this way, as we find the thing has been done in this way, you can see here that there are the different type of values has been taken, and when we are taking those different pattern of values, when we find it that we do have a different type of values, so each and every pattern of value that we are working with, we are making this particular structure, that each and every structure or each and every pattern we require it, and we make these particular structures to be worked with. isn't it? So see here that color, green color, and the diamond is marked as a sign, and the size will be given as 20 pixels. So what we have done here, see, plt scattered weight and height, white and height, c color equals to green, and marker equals to what, d diamond. Okay, s equals to 200 pixels. So that means 200 size, that means 20 pixels. So x level weight, what see here, previously I have given the font size, you have seen it. Now here also I have implemented the font size is 18, and next font size height, y level font size also given as 18, and there you can see here that scattered chart height, this is the name of the thing has been given, and here the font size has been mentioned. Okay, so as we find that font size has been mentioned here, this particular font size, what we can see, that font size has been given, what font size has been given here, 20. Fine. So this is the particular structure, this is the particular part that we are constructing it here, we are making it here, and we are implementing it here. Okay, so in this way or in this form we see it, we find it that we do have a particular pattern, or we do have a particular structure. Based on this particular pattern or structures, there are the different type of implementation of the graph has been done. So as we find it that we have a plotting, we are plotting the data, we are plotting with the pie plot system. So this is the pie plot system that we have made it, that in this pie plot system what we have imported, or what we have done, we have called here the matplotlib, isn't it? So matplotlib, under the matplotlib the pie plot is here. So as we are having this particular pie plot, as we are making this particular pie plot, we find it that all these particular structures, all this particular thing that we are constructing, and all this particular thing that we are making, we are wanted to initialize the particular pattern. We want to make the particular pattern, so that in this particular pattern we can have structures, and we can make the structures in such a way or in such a form that there are the different types of variables or different type of values that can be implemented in this particular area. Okay, so in this particular area, as we are implementing it, as we are finding it, those the different forms what is there, and those the different part what is there. So each and every part that we are implementing it here, we are making the particular structures here, that each and every structures and each and every part will going to emphasize, will going to make the structural phenomenon, and will going to make the particular implementation of the graphical representation of the data, isn't it? So graphical representation of the data, that what we are doing and what we are making, we find it that each and every representation of the data that we are using, what we have used here, we have used here plt dot scattered, that means scattered what, weight and height, isn't it? We have given here weight and height, because here what we have taken, weight and height. So this weight and height we have called here as an x-axis and y-axis. So what is the color of that scattered graph? Because it is a scattered, it is written here scattered, plt dot scattered, as it is written here plt dot scattered, then we can find here that we do have the particular color that we are giving. The color is what, color is green, and marker is what, pattern marker is a diamond pattern. So this is the thing, this is the part that we find, this is the thing that we can see, that when we are constructing this, when we are making this, we do have this particular pattern, and we do maintain this particular pattern. So as we are maintaining this pattern, as we are constructing this pattern, each and every pattern that we are constructing, each and every part that we are making, we are having the structures, and we are making the structures in this particular way. Okay, so in this particular way we have made it, and we have worked on it. Fine. So next what you can see, there is an x level and y level. So in x level and y level, in this particular x level and y level, what are the implementation that we can find, what are the implementation that we do have, the implementation that we find that we will going to have here, and that we will going to make the particular structures in such a manner or such a frame that we are going to construct it, and we will going to make the particular pattern. isn't it? So as we are making the particular pattern, as we are constructing the particular pattern, that means the way that we are constructing it, what we see it, that in this area we have given what font size. Font size means the size of the particular letter height. So x level has been given 18, y level also given 18, the write up is there. So how it is declared? First the particular name of the heading, and after the name of the heading then we have the font size has been given there, isn't it? So as we find it that particular font size has been given here in this particular font size, in this particular font phenomenon, what we can find it that we do have the structures, and we are maintaining that particular structures, isn't it? We are maintaining these structures, and as we maintain these structures, in these structures what we can find it that there are the next in the title phase the font size has been given for what 20. Okay, so as we find this is the particular scattered graph. In this particular scattered graph we have designed the particular structures, we have made the particular structures, and as we have made the particular structures, in this particular structure what we find it that we are constructing it, and we are making it in such a way, or in such a phenomenon that there are the different type or different pattern of the working area or working phase that is being implemented. Okay, so as we find that those the particular things are implemented here, those the particular structures has been implemented here. In this particular structure what we are having here, what we find it here, we find it that there we will going to implement the particular pattern, and we will going to have the particular pattern in this way. So now let us see what is the output of this. Okay, now see this particular output. In this output what you can find that there we have a scattered chart, isn't it? Scattered chart. So as the thing has been given the height and weight, so see here the particular height and weight size also has been increased, isn't it? Particular height and weight size is also increased. So in this particular format what we can find it that there is a particular structure. The structure is what, based on the particular data that has been given on the height and weight, you can see here that they are been done, then they has been created in the form of a diamond. Okay, the thing has been form of a diamond because we have given here diamond, and color we have specified there what G for green. So green color all the thing has been done here. See here all this particular structure, in this particular structure we do have the particular representation. Okay, so if you stretch a line in between them, you will find that what the value of height and weight has been given. Based on the value of height and weight, the thing has been designed, and thing has been implemented. Okay, so this is what we can see. This is how you can find it that how the thing has been implemented and how the thing has been utilized for this particular case. Clear? So let us see the next program. What is the next program we do have? Now see the next word. Okay, so this is the next program. In this program what you can find that there are the different pattern or different types of the data, that we are having the different pattern of the structure of data. So as we find those different pattern of the data and different structure of the data what we have, so those the thing how we are working on it. First what we have done it that import matplotlib as pyplot as plt. Okay, import matplotlib .pyplot as plt. That means we are calling here the matplotlib, and as we are calling here the matplotlib, in this particular matplotlib what we can find it that this is the pyplot that has been constructed. Okay, so this particular pie plot has been constructed. So to constructing the pie plot, we are calling the matplotlib, and under the matplotlib the pie plot is there. Then what we find that import numpy as np. So numpy, what is there, this is the particular numpy. Numpy we have called here for what, let us see for what is the purpose that we have called the numpy here. Okay, so what we have given here, see, x equals to np dot random rand 1000. So randomly what we can find it, that particular thing has been used, and particular thing will going to randomly selected. Okay, so as it will going to randomly selected from 0 to 1000, the value will be randomly selected by the particular structure. Similarly, here also for the y, we have given np dot random dot rand 1000. So there also we can find the thing will be randomly selected. Now what we have, plt dot title, that means title is here scattered chart. Okay, with a randomly generation. Now what we have done here, plt dot scattered x and y. So x and y is there, so based on this particular x and y, we find it, those the values are been given, those the particular structures we will going to create. So we will going to create a scatter chart based on it, and based on this particular scatter chart, what we can find it, that we will going to implement it, isn't it? Now plt dot show. So we are making the particular thing, we are implementing the particular thing, and as we are implementing the particular structure, we can find that how the particular structures can be implemented, how we can work on this particular structure. So as we find it, that when we are implementing it here, when we find it the data is been implemented, those the data what is there, that means how the data will be randomly selected, how we can find that we can select the data randomly, and selecting the data randomly, we will going to have our representation of the graph, isn't it? We will going to have the representation of the graph. So this is the representation what we find out, what we want to see. So let us see the structure, what the structure is there. Now see this particular graph. In this particular graph, what you can see, that those the different dots, many dots are there, and those the dots has been implemented in this area based on the values that has been given. And as you can find it, randomly the thing has been taken, based on the randomly the thing has been taken, -4 to +5, and -5 to here +4, isn't it? So based on the particular generations that we can find it, that based on the different point valuations, the graph has been plotted here. Okay, so as the graph has been plotted here, we are working, we are finding it that in this particular graph we have structures, and we are making the structures, and we are working on this particular structures, isn't it? So this is what the structures is, that what we can find it, that we will going to have this particular structures, and we are making these structures to be implemented. So this is how we can find, we can see that how the scattered graph can be designed. Okay, previous scattered graph you have seen that it is a diamond shape, and here as we haven't said it, then by default it will going to take the particular structure, and taking the particular structure, what we can see it here, we will going to have the particular phenomenon, and we will going to make this particular phenomena, and we are working on this particular data that has been given there. Okay, so different pattern of data has been given. Based on those different pattern of the data, based on these different types of the data, what we are doing, we are originally making the structures, and we are originally plotting this particular structures, isn't it? So as we are plotting the structures, as we are making the structure, we find it that those the dot what are there, that particular dot will going to be implemented in a way that how the particular frame or how the particular formations was been constructed. Okay, so this is how we can see that we can plot data structures, we can make the data structures, and we can implement this particular data structures in this way, so that we do have a particular constructions, and we can make the particular constructions in a particular frame that we are given, that we, the number that we have given, the different type of numbers that we have find it, that we have given it here, and those the different pattern of number, those the different type of number that we are constructing, we are organizing it and we are implementing it. So thank you student. Today I am ending my today's session here. Thank you all.